Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mind Spun, your channel for your music fix. And I just want to say before getting into it, sorry for the lack of videos this past week. I had some minor surgery in my mouth and I couldn't really speak that much, but I am back with a brand new lip and ready to talk about some of the stuff that is happening in the music world. So today, I wanted to talk about an interview that Chris Rock had with Showtime's Desus and Mero, but specifically the part of the interview where he speaks about today's new rappers not making album experiences like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. Now, similar to other comedians like Dave Chappelle or Cedric the Entertainer, Chris Rock's comedic career is interwoven with his love for hip-hop. In fact, the comedian loaned his voice to both Rick Ross's Rather You Than Me and Busta Rhymes' latest album, Extinction Level Event 2, The Wrath of God. By the way, I haven't been able to listen to the new Busta album, but the singles are pretty dope. And let me know if you think that album is worth my time if you have already listened to it, since the singles that have been released are really sick. I especially love the track Look Over Your Shoulder, which contains a sample from Michael Jackson from the Jackson 5 era and an awesome feat by Kendrick Lamar that complements the track perfectly. So I am really looking forward to having some time this week to check that full album out. But either way, let me know in the comments section which tracks you think I should check out and pay attention to the most. But anyways, getting back to the topic at hand, despite Chris Rock's deep love for the genre, he really doesn't love the music created by newer acts. Rock admits that he is not familiar with Youngboy, Never Broke Again, even though he is the biggest artist on YouTube. And Rock explains that his lack of current hip-hop is low because he's interested in album artists. And Chris Rock goes on to say, who's the new album artist? You know what I mean? Like, I like DaBaby, but is there a DaBaby album? Rock said 13 minutes into the interview he had with Desus and Mero. There's a lot of guys dropping hot singles, which is lovely, but I like to have a whole experience that I can marinate on. A musical journey, the ups, the downs, the weird single that you know, the weird album track that you know was never gonna be a single, but you love it. And so Rock goes on to explain that artists like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are artists he believes create great albums. So this to me is interesting because I honestly feel the same way with current hip-hop, with the exceptions here and there, because you can't just say that modern stuff sucks and that is it without really investigating, but current hip-hop does feel lacking in that department of creating something more meaningful, that isn't just sucking and bucking, you know? Like drugs, sex, and money, and that is the deepest it will go. I also love when hip-hop artists create a musical journey in their albums and art. Albums that you can put from start to finish and feel like you are hearing a book. You know what I mean? That when you want to show it to someone, you want to show them the whole thing, the whole album, and not just the single. You want to listen to the whole thing again from start to finish to feel that experience. Like, I don't know, take Good Kid, Mad City for example. I put on one song and I just want to keep listening to the whole thing. It gives me that vibe since I know it is such a great album. And I was also thinking on this subject that it could be a generational thing. I mean, albums are something that almost no one buys anymore. And most people listen to certain singles and that is it. So, in my opinion, I think this particular subject plays a deep role in modern hip-hop artists not creating the full album experience. Maybe it isn't worth the investment in time and money because either way, most listeners won't take the time to listen to the whole album. And also, these new young artists were raised in another time where albums aren't as relevant as they used to be, if you know what I'm saying. And now, I personally think that as an artist, creating a full album experience at least once is worth the time and money. It gives a listener this musical journey that Chris Rock talks about, that is timeless, and you never know. If all the tracks are fire, people might actually buy the whole album, and not just a single. Who knows if in the future, albums might be a thing of the past. I really hope not, but you never know. This industry changes so rapidly, and as an artist, all you can do to survive is adapt and put out your best work at the same time. So after all my ranting, since I feel the same way as Chris Rock about modern hip-hop, I wanted to ask you, beautiful viewers of this channel, if you could point me in the right direction. Maybe I haven't investigated enough to know what modern hip-hop albums are actually worth the time to listen to in their entirety. So please help me out and let me know which albums you recommend. Any type of hip-hop vibe, be it trap, mumble rap, old school vibe, whatever. But if you know of albums that are dope and give the listener a musical journey, a full experience, let me know in the comments. I would love to check these albums out and make a video of the top 5 or 10 modern hip-hop albums that give you a musical journey, and we could send it to Chris Rock and see what he thinks. But anyways, that is it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please subscribe to our channel for more musical content, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments section what you would like to see more of on this channel. We hope you have a great rest of the week. We will see you all in the next episode, and stay safe, everyone.